Hey guys, thought I'd show you a couple of tricks today that I use to keep myself prepared. Is it necessary? No, but it's fun to do these little things anyway, so I thought I'd show you. Again, sitting here on a beautiful day, sweating like a fat person, which I am. What I've done, the BK16 that we're only about 30 away from giving away now. What I've done with this is put a fire kit inside the handle. I'll show you. On the sheath, I've hidden the Allen key that you need to get into it. I was going to put it in the little pocket on the front, and I thought, no, it's going to fall out of there. You're going to be out in the middle of nowhere and you're not going to have it. So my idea and theory for it, to keep it safe, is here in the belt loop. If you undo the snap, you see I've got it right in the middle of the Velcro. It's not going to go anywhere. Alright, so you take your Allen key. Let's undo our handle. This was pretty cool. The bits I've put in here were originally what I had for my boots, and I'll show you those as we go along as well. Oh, dropping screws. That'd be the thing. I'd be out in the bush, I'd drop my screws somewhere and think, right, now I'm stuffed. Then I'd be using a skeleton blade. Alright, so I'll put this down. Let's see if we can arrange this a little bit better. Hopefully you guys can see. Buffhead, move. Come on, you wrecked Tigger, out of the way. Alright, so if we take off the top scale, inside, I'm hoping this is actually in frame, but inside is 4 little bits of ferro rod with jute twine out of the fire cord wrapped around them. Couple of cotton tips, and a small bit of fat wood. So I thought that, if needed, would well and truly get you out of trouble. It doesn't need to be and it actually packs in nice and solid there as well. It doesn't have to be a big piece of fat wood. It only needs a little bit of a shaving to get started. This being full of resin the way it is, it's going to burn for a long time. That is guaranteed to get you your fire started, or at least start burning the bark that you need anyway. So I'll put this back down, and I will go to the next thing that I wanted to show you. As I said, these little bits of ferro rod, they're only small, but that's all you need. If you can't get a spark with that, keep practicing. You've got to be able to do, you don't have to be able to do anything. It's up to you whether or not you want to. Alright? I have practiced with these until I've got a spark to be able to light the fat wood. The other thing that I did, I used to have these into my boots. My boots now, I went a little bit bigger. These are the boots that I use for hiking, hunting, all of that. And here you'll see it's solid. 9 times out of 10, the laces you get on your boots and your shoes, you'll find a hollow. So I cut the plastic tips off. One piece has a rod of fat wood. The other one has the mini ferro rod. And I can start a fire, no problems at all, with this. The other boot has exactly the same. Do you need to have them in both? I just thought it looked better to have them in each, and I originally had those small rods in there, and I thought I've got room to put bigger ones. Make it easier for yourself. One side I had fat wood, the other side I had ferro rods. I don't think I'm ever going to lose one shoe and not the other, but I thought if I do, then I could be in a bit of trouble. So I evened them up, put one of each in the boot, and that's just what I keep in my shoes to be prepared. The other thing is, you'll notice that I'm wearing my sexy hat. Now, the sexy hat is the other thing that I made up to be prepared. The two bits hanging out the back that look like the old shark doodle, nah, fat wood. So in here I've got the fat wood with a ferro toggle. Now let's see how good I am and whether I'm going to look like an idiot for doing this, but let's take one out, and we're in a survival situation, need a fire, let's see what we can do. So I'll bring you down here, let's see what we can get sorted now. I'll just move some stuff out of the way, get comfortable. Alright, so the hat. I'm going to use my Mora Eldris because it's got a nice edge on it, and I'd probably have my William Collins with me, which I should have actually used that, but what I'd have to do is cut the end part of the lace off. Try and keep that as nice and tidy as you can because it's going to make it so much easier. See, there's the fat wood. So I would pull the fat wood out, and hopefully we can get a good picture here, and I would just sit there and shave some of the fat wood away, or I would make just a standard feather stick out of it, then blow the feather stick out and put it back into the hat so I had it for later, or depending on whether I was going to need it again in a hurry, I would just keep it to the side. The other reason I'm using the Eldris is because it's got a really good spine on it, and it should make this a little bit easier to light. Now, I haven't had to use this toggle before, so gonna have to sit there and just scrape a bit off first. Alright, let's see how we go. Still getting the scrapings off it. There you go. Forget the fact that the Bic lighter was sitting there the whole time, but there's your fire. And if you wanted to, you could put the fat wood back in there quick if possible. Ah, it ran out. I was going to say, and then use your fire to reseal up your strap. So that just shows you a cool, fun way to keep yourself prepared. And the same with using these. I mean, there's not a great deal of difference in size and length, but the jute cord, I put a little bit of wood glue at one end, wrapped it around. As I said, the cord that's in this actually came out of the paracord, the fire cord that you get from there. The other thing I was thinking of doing is actually hollowing out the handle here a little bit more and maybe putting one of these toggle size ferro rods inside it. I don't see that it's going to be a problem to do that because there's enough room inside the handle once you use that hollowed out section. Will it fit in that one? No, it would fit in the bottom section. Yeah, it'd fit in the bottom section, and I would take those two little ferro rods out because they wouldn't be needed anymore. And with a bit of room, I might even upgrade the size of the fat wood. Again, the cotton balls, they don't need to be soaked in Vaseline or anything like that. Standard cotton, when you pull it apart and hit it with a spark, will ignite anyway. And if that's what you need to help ignite your fat wood, but you saw that it lit fairly easy, I wasn't trying that hard, and there was only a few shavings. So yeah, I know you guys like some of the little tricks that I come up with, and honestly on the hat you can't even tell that it's been modified and it's got everything in it. And same with the shoes, doesn't get in the way. But I do like the idea of putting this back here into the center of the Velcro, so that the Velcro is going to hold it in place, and so's the snap. That's not going to go anywhere. You can still put it on your belt, because you'd put the belt through there first, then put your Allen key in. So I don't see that there's a problem with keeping your Allen key there. I do have another couple of these coming, so looking forward to the 1500. We can give this one away with the fire kit in the handle for you now. So hope that helps you guys out a little bit, gives you something to play with anyway. Check out inside some of your knives. Who knows what's under the handle? Maybe it's just drilled out. Maybe it does have sections like that taken out that you can put extra stuff in. I've just realized that the Julio Diaz small EDC blade that I got off him in the 52-100 ball bearing, that's hollowed out inside the handle as well with his 710 custom, because it was supposed to be a skeleton blade, same as the BKs, the BK14, sorry. That was supposed to be a skeleton blade, and I think I could probably modify something to go inside that the same. Now that I've thought about it, I'm going to have to get inside and have a look and see if there is any room. Start putting little kits in knives. It's not going to weigh your knife down. It's not going to make it overly heavy or anything. Just gives you another added item to have as being prepared. So take it easy, guys. Hope that's helped, and don't forget to check out the page. See yous.